In this week's episode,
nothing goes according to plan. I can't handle it. Ah! It fell on me. Ah! I'm so having a hard time.
Whoa. Let's back up a little first. And start from the beginning. I'm Jamie, and this is Dan. We're two frugal dreamers trying to turn this 1997 International Fire Crew transport bus into the mobile tiny home of our dreams. And you've got a front row seat to all the highs, lows, and moments in between on this wild ride we call bus life.
In order to salvage the subfloor, Dan went and patched up with resin all of the pieces that were a little bit rotted to harden the back up into plastic-like texture. So now what I'm doing is going around and sealing all the side areas and wheel wells and whatnot, ceilings and all that good stuff. But I'm also sealing up all the holes with this sealant glue and sticking a penny or a coin on top of it. So that is our budget-friendly hack for salvaging your subfloor. We're not experts though, so we'll see if this works. I mean, we already had a kerfuffle over the wall panels.
Yeah, those walls are really warped.
We decided to move forth with them, so this is just turning out to be a very big learning project. It's not what everyone goes through when they're building their rig. Anyway, time lapse on.
We used an acrylic latex indoor-outdoor sealant to close up seams in the floor and holes in the ceiling. We also used this for the pennies that closed up the holes in the subfloor.
There's a bunch of pennies on the floor, so we caulked and closed most of the holes on the floor. We still have some big ones.
We first covered the larger holes in the floor left over from the heater removal with a roof tape. We then repurposed the plastic squares that we cut out of the exit hatch to install the max air fan, and we put those on top of the tape to create a sturdy surface. And we finished it up by sealing around the edges. Here are our cabinets that we're waiting to install. We found our lower cabinets and countertop on Facebook Marketplace for my favorite price. They were a little rough around the edges, but we knew a fresh coat of paint would make them look good as new.
So we're trying to pick a paint color. We're gonna paint the cabinets some type of blue or green. I lean towards this color. Dan wants that color.
I like the baby blue.
I like Katarina green.
Yeah, she likes the darker green.
So which one will we choose? Who can say?
Probably the one.
Probably green.
For being
Who
honest
can
here.
say which one we're going to choose?
What do you think, Cashew?
Well, the real thing is we're trying to
Yeah, I mean, to me, this pillow seems...
This pillow is the centerfold of our design, so I think it goes well with the green. It's not a perfect match, but not everything needs to be perfect.
I think it's like a super close match to the Skywalker Forest.
It is, but I think it is a compliment of the green.
Yeah, sure. Cashew approves.
I'm off to the paint store. We couldn't decide on a color, so we're going with two samples, Filtered Forest and Katarina Green. So I'm gonna get some samples and paint a little and figure out what color we like best. went to the paint store. It was free sample Saturday, so I got one sample for free. Bussin' on a budget.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the color options.
We chose Catalina green for the cabinets, and then Filtered Forest we're going to try to paint on the upper cabinets because we liked them both so much. And they look pretty good together.
Yeah,
So,
they're pretty complimentary.
yeah, I'm going to get to painting.
Woo! Catalina green should handle the dirt and grime at the kitchen counters a bit more.
Yeah.
They look nice though.
I'm excited.
What would you choose? What do you pick, Cashew?
Leave it.
Looks like Catalina green to
I
me.
think it's kind of-
That seems like
it's
it.
a little wet. In Busing on a Budget fashion, we bought sample paint and we're going to go get fancier paint for cabinets and stuff, but decided let's just use the $5 paint because the guy at the store said it'll just take like 3 coats to match what the fancier paint is, so I did 3 coats. And we've got our cabinets starting in here. Today I am working on finishing up the cabinets with a polyurethane seal top coat. We originally painted these with a paint sample. Yeah, it's kind of like not a great quality paint, so we decided to finish it up with the polyurethane. In order to apply an oil-based on top of a water-based paint, you have to let it cure for 30 days. It's probably been curing more like 2 months. So yeah, I feel pretty confident in getting started on this. Here are the pieces of wood that I got for $2. We are off to the rebuild center. The Rebuilding Center sells used, reclaimed, and salvaged materials for home projects. We've been able to find lots of treasures for our truck here at crazy good deals, like our flooring, kitchen tiles, and framing and decorative wood, like the window trim. If you're ever building on a budget, we highly recommend thrifting and repurposing materials however you can. This will require some patience and flexibility with your design, but it will save you quite a bit of money in the end. I pulled out all the staples and washed them, and they've been curing outside for a couple of days because it is fall in Oregon and there was a couple of days of sun. I started the window trim project by cutting the wood down to size. The next step of the project included lots and lots and lots of sanding. I cut out all these little triangles to put in the corners of the trim because we have rounded windows and thanks to our way to Rome, they gave a really good tip. They do a shuttle bus conversion, and they gave really good tips about just popping in some triangles to kind of frame out the rounded windows. So now I am kind of going to go through the sanding process like I did with the actual trim before I glue them. We are just about done with the sanding portion of the trim project. The window trim is coming along, definitely requiring patience for each window and lots of clamping and wood glue. So it's been a few hours that I've been clamping this one, so probably about 2 hours. So I feel pretty okay about it. Sort of confident. So next, obviously there's a lot of gaps because there's not perfect straight lines or cuts or, you know, anything like that. So I'm a beginner. So I got this sustainable wood filler that I'm basically just pressing in all of the places to seal. This is quite a process I've been doing for each one. Each piece of trim has been handled with extreme care. Like, I filled in these seams with a wood filler, and now I'm going to sand everything down so we get a nice smooth end product before staining. So I got this espresso colored wood stain. I like it. So I am doing coat number 2 of the polyurethane. I need to cut out notches for the emergency exits. They just are in a little wonky of a spot and require that they have notches. I already did one window. It did not go great with the scary tool. I think it's a jigsaw. And I need to cut these little notches out. Okay, so really stressful and scary. I'm super disappointed in myself. I think I'm just gonna have Dan cut the rest. Yay, it looks so much better than my cut. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Yeah, wow, that looks amazing. Holy moly. Wow.
There you go.
That looks
Pretty
so good.
decent.
Let's see the full shot. Oh, fuck yeah. Gotta say, this trim project is looking real good. And this whole van truck. I keep saying van. Pretty stoked on how it's looking. It definitely cleans up the walls a lot. The thing I'm most worried about is like when we get to the install, you know?
Yeah, those walls are really warped.
I've got Gorilla Glue gloves, because Gorilla Glue is no joke. Lots of paper towels to wipe up the Gorilla Glue when it starts dripping. This is like my 3rd or 4th one I'm installing, so I've had some practice. And we need clamps. And then from here I have no process. Just hope it works out. So get ready to watch me struggle through this. Alright, this is where I clamp it, and we just kind of start trying things. Basically, the wall
is wavy, and that's the biggest issue. We gotta simultaneously wipe up the glue as it falls. There's so much glue to obey. Oh my god. It's so stressful. We're struggling through this, but we're doing it. I'm recording a how-to tutorial for how to install these, but then I'm like realizing that I just have no way to install them, so I'm just like, just do it.
And that's how I did it.
That's the tutorial, is I did it.
If you're wondering how, just watch the video and do the same thing.
It's the stupid one. This is giving me shit. I'm not happy with this one, but I can't handle that. It fell on me. And the notches aren't big enough.
I can go cut it real quick too. What do I need to cut bigger?
Like the insides need to be like bigger.
Yeah. Crisis averted.
Nothing goes according to plan. That's all. That's all.
Welcome to building in a vehicle. How's it going?
Really fun stuff is happening. It's not that good. It's not. No. I'm so having a hard time. Okay, I am going to install the final window trim. I can't remember if I have actually filmed me installing this. I feel like the only thing I got was me failing to install it. So let's see if I can do it right this time on the last go around. Alright, not actually installing them today because I don't have access to any clamps. Alright, we're back with clamps. Yay! So we're going to finally install this last trim. I've got all of the window trim in. Wow, this project took way too long for me, I'm not gonna lie. During the first install, I got Gorilla Glue in my hair. Luckily, I only got a little bit in, and I think it did get on my scalp, and I like went to brush my hair and it like hurt so bad, and I think I cracked it off my scalp that same day. Okay. Oh, oof. Because we're just at that point in the build where showering is less frequent. Really just me prepping for best life.